So Joe Rogan called out the genocide that is taking place by Israel on Palestinians in Gaza. Two things to talk about today. Number one, the fact that he called out the genocide, and let's hear what he said. And number two, he said something very interesting at the end about the creation of the State of Israel.
I want to know what she was fired for. Because was it criticism of Israel? Did she show that Edward Snowden video that he put up on Twitter that shows them drone bombing those kids those men, I should say unarmed people that were walking towards the rubble that clearly weren't causing any danger to anybody?
Yeah,
They
right.
just bombed them.
Yeah, no, it's your duty. It's just like for Biden or whoever you like, you're supposed to cover up for them because
But the whole thing is like they're always saying they're only targeting Hamas and everybody else is a casualty. Well, if those guys are just unarmed civilians and they're walking alone, that's what they appear to be.
Dresden.
And you just blast them from the sky with robots.
This is the tragedy of war.
Yeah, this is insane. And no one knows what to think now, because if you can't talk about that, if you can't say that's real, then you're saying that genocide is okay as long as we're doing it. And
That is what we're saying.
And if you're saying that from a perspective of someone who literally went through the Holocaust, or your people, your tribe, went through the fucking Holocaust, and now you're willing to do it?
I hope the irony's not lost on you.
It's so nuts. It's so hard to imagine that someone where a culture, like a country was like officially founded in, what, 47?
48.
48? Okay, officially founded. So that's so recent. and you guys are willing to do what was done to you that led you to believe that you needed to start your own country?
So it's great to see that Joe Rogan's calling out, the criticism of Israel getting people fired, and really started calling out the genocide. He also did say something very interesting. He said, how could you be doing something pretty much similar after going through the Holocaust, and now you're kind of committing your own Holocaust? And he said, isn't this why you created the State of Israel? Because people were genociding you, so now you're genociding people? But Joe, I got news for you. The creation of the State of Israel happened decades and decades before any Holocaust. 1897, Theodore Herzl started this European movement. It's a white settler colonial movement. It used to be called the Zionist Colonial Project, to build a State of Israel, essentially, or a Jewish homeland. They were going to do it in Uganda, then they were going to do it in Argentina, and eventually they said, no, we're sticking to Palestine, our promised land. Many Jews around the world opposed this creation of a Jewish homeland. It was mainly European Jews, white, wealthier European Jews, that really pushed this movement and funded it. And the only real persecution of Jews that was happening in Europe, not in Muslim lands. And Zionists ended up using the Holocaust and even were, in many ways, promoting Nazism in Nazi Germany in order to create more fear amongst Jews and to get them flocking into Palestine so they can create their own state. Zionism is not Judaism. Zionism is terrorism. Zionism is white settler colonialism. It's not me saying that. Zionists themselves said that.